A warm welcome to another Orbx scenery review here in X-Plane 11 Vulkan. Now you actually join me at the end of the flight, which I know doesn't make much sense, but basically what we're going to do is fly in VR all the way from the UK, East Midlands Airport actually, all the way to Vienna, which is where we are right now, in the HP Reverb. And once we've landed, we're going to be flying the Challenger, by the way, which is a beautiful business jet. We're going to have a tour around this airport. I was going to say airfield then, but it's absolutely huge. And check it out. So, without further ado, let's get on with the flight. Okay, we're going to do this on the brakes. Set our takeoff power and off we go. Now the weather in the UK today is quite turbulent. There's a lot of storms around, lots of cloud, quite a bit of precipitation around, particularly local precipitation. So it'll be interesting to see how ultra weather looks here. But here we are, SB's live. We're about to go to V1, V2, and she's flying off the runway all on her own. Wow, very nice. Right, gear up. So as we say goodbye to East Midlands Airport, we're now already at 10,000 feet and we're in VNAV mode. We're now going to reach 290 knots and then climb all the way up to 33,000 feet. The aircraft are doing its job perfectly well. I'm not doing anything here. We can now take the APU off. It's always useful to have that extra bit of power in the climb. Now I'm very excited to see what Vienna looks like. And just to let you know as well, which I think is always important to point out, that Orbx has very kindly provided me with a review copy of the Vienna airport. But rest assured that won't make any difference to me in terms of what I think about it, but I'm sure, I don't think I've ever come across a really badly detailed Orbx airport. I just don't think it's ever happened, to be honest. And this particular airport is modelled by Gaia Simulations, which are, you know, quite a name, shall I say, in the flight simulation kind of scene these days. All of their work so far has just been absolutely stunning. And this is actually a great, I always love doing these sort of European flights. Another one of my favourite routes is to Innsbruck as well. And it's just so great how we're getting the Orbx treatment at some of these beautiful locations. Right, it looks like we're just getting onto our flight plan now. This thing is such a rocket. We're nearly at 18,000 feet already. So we're going to go standard on the pressure in a moment. In fact, we'll do that now actually. I'll use the mouse for that. Just click on the middle button there and we've gone standard. And all is well inside the HP Reverb in X-Plane 11 Vulkan. So as we've reached our cruise altitude, 33,000 feet, all of that horrible weather below us, we are a rocket. Quite literally, we're at Mach 0.8. And it's time to settle in, go in the back, have some champagne and enjoy the journey. So what I'll do is I'll see you again as we descend into Vienna, and I'll leave you with a bit of music to enjoy this fantastic flight. See you very soon, guys. Okay, so we are very close now to top of descent, 25 miles out, so we're just going to keep an eye on the systems. The auto throttle doesn't tend to work as we descend in the Challenger, so we'll have to go manual with that. But once we see there that the VS marker starts heading down and showing us our descent, we're going to hit out, and that should hopefully get the aircraft descending. Getting a few stutters, something I don't usually say in Vulkan mode these days, but I must admit I've had quite a few stutters on this long run into mainland Europe. $18 miles out now. Just to say, guys, since I've changed my controller, because I got a new controller from HP because my original one, the battery didn't last very long, and this, I'm still on the original batteries, and this is my, oh god, my third or fourth flight easily in X-Plane with the HP Reverb, and they're still going strong. I think I've got like nearly 15 hours on these now, so I'm very, very surprised. Huge difference. Not sure whether they've changed anything or not, but yeah, really, really impressed. I'll just take the range down a bit here. So we're going to be doing a bit of a zigzag here on our arrival. I really can't wait to see what this airport looks like. 5 miles away now. This is always quite an event in any long flight, is the top of descent. It's actually quite exciting watching it count down. We've been in the air for quite a while now, about 2 hours, but to you watching on YouTube it will be a matter of minutes, thanks to the power of editing. Right, here we go then, let's get ready on that button. Here we go. So we're now heading down, but you can see the auto throttle is now off, so we will overspeed very quickly, so we need to just now manage our throttles manually and try and keep to about Mach 0.74, which is about 290 knots indicated as we head down. I do like the edges of those clouds. As I said before, ultra weather can look absolutely gobsmacking sometimes. Like now, that image there is really very convincing to me. That's pretty incredible, the kind of cumulus edges of those clouds, they just look really good. It's definitely the best solution we have for VR right now, I think, personally, although I don't own SkyMax Pro, and I know that's another very, very good weather add-on. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you use that and you prefer it, and let me know why. Excitement starting to build. I love it when I go to a new airport. Very often, if I've got a new airport, I'll actually fly to it. I won't just load up straight out of that airfield. I will fly to it from somewhere else, because it just creates more, you know, it makes it more of an event. I love that light chop that Active Sky produces. The turbulence in the default X-Plane, I think, hilariously bad. But X-Plane, sorry, Active Sky XP is a must-have. I never fly without it.
Overspeed.
Okay, we're just slightly above the flap extension speed here, but we're fine. Don't worry. We're in safe hands, I promise. Little stutter there, like literally half a second of stutter. Very different from what it used to be like in the old days of OpenGL. Now what I'm going to do, once I land, we're going to jump into 2D mode, and I'm going to just whiz around the airport to have a look at all the details. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves here, but that's the plan. Right, okay, flaps 20. I can see the airfield here, so I might as well take over here. I think we'll be fine. So we'll disconnect the autopilot now. There we go. We have control of the aircraft. Famous last words. Now I can see here the ortho is still not quite crisp enough. It's just coming into focus now as I've said it. And we actually are getting battered around here a little bit. Oh, we're getting some stutters as well. I'm going to leave all this in because this is all part of the test with this latest version of Vulkan. It's been a while since I've landed this bird, so hopefully I won't make a mess on the runway here. Loads of trees, tons of them, and they're all custom modelled, definitely. I can tell already. I've actually got Terra Flora running as well, Orbx Terra Flora, which is again something else I want to showcase in more detail very soon. But wow, that's looking really nice. I'm trying not to look too much because I need to concentrate, and we're getting a couple of little micro stutters here, as you probably can see on the screen, which is making my job a bit difficult. It's not too bad, but just, you know, the kind of little micro stutters here and there. There we go. Gently does it. Oh, actually I was quite pleased with that. That's not too bad at all, considering it's been about a month since I've flown this aircraft. Big stutter there. Right, so reversers. I can hear some aircraft all around. That's courtesy of Just Flight Traffic Global. And here we are. Welcome to Vienna here in Austria. In fact, we're going to make this turn off, I think, very easily. In fact. Wow. So there we are, guys. Look at that detail. Absolutely immense. Oh, gorgeous. We're going to carry on and taxi, see if we can find sort of corporate private jet ramp. In fact, we've got to look out for this British Airways Airbus. Can we get there before he gets there? Quick! Very nice indeed. Really gives you that sense of going somewhere. You know, I feel like I've landed at a real airport here. Oh god, that is incredible. Amazing views. I think our frame rate has definitely plummeted, but I think a lot of that is because I've been using X-Plane for the past 5 hours. I do think there's some sort of memory leak problem, but that's nothing to do with Orbx in this case. I'm pretty sure of it. Oh wow, this is fantastic. Where should we park? That's the question. No idea where I'm going. Let's head over here somewhere. So there we are now parked up. I'm going to shut this bird down and then we're going to take a look around in 2D mode at this magnificent airport by Gaia Simulations by Orbx. That was a fantastic flight. Absolutely brilliant. Time to step off this beautiful business jet and have a look around this incredible airport. Wow, look at that 787 there. Fantastic. Okay, just before I jump into 2D mode, I just thought I'd have a look at this tower in VR just to get a sense of scale, and that thing is absolutely massive. Oh my god, that is huge. And this whole area, as you'd imagine, is the usual standard. But anyway, let's have a look in 2D mode and I'll see you in a second. So here we are, guys. It's now night time and we're going to have a quick look around. Don't worry, I'm also going to put the lights back on again, but I just thought I would have a look around this very busy airport. All the traffic you see here is by Just Flight's Traffic Global, and I've got a full review of that on the channel, and it's one of those plugins that once you use it, that becomes the new benchmark in your, I guess, toolkit of add-ons for X-Plane. Oh, that's a beautiful view, that is. I've left the frame rate in the corner actually because I've just stuck everything on maximum, reflections, AA, God, you know, texture quality, everything is on maximum, just so you can really see the performance here. And as expected, it is absolutely beautifully modelled, bristling with detail, and of course bristling with life as well with the Just Flight plugin. There's a lot to see in this package as we zoom around the skies in our little drone, but let's just, oh wow, that's nice. Look at that for a view there of the sun. That's gorgeous, and that's obviously ultra weather doing its thing as well. But yeah, let's have just a bit of a look around. You know, literally, I could be hours and hours and hours looking at every detail, but I'll leave that up to you when you decide to buy it, if you do. But I've got to say, if this is a particular place, Austria, you know, that is one of your regular routes. You've got Innsbruck, Orbx style, and of course Vienna, and both packages are absolutely totally worth buying, just to give you that absolute all-important immersion factor. And just look, we've got all sorts of names and advertisements, and the buildings are very, very faithfully represented. Just look at this over here, this like huge kind of advert for Austria there. Oh, that's making me miss Austria again. Hopefully it won't be too long before we can all start going on our holidays again. Look at that, 90 frames per second at the moment. That's really, really impressive stuff. And hotels there, buses, all in the correct sort of colour schemes and everything. There's just been nothing left to the imagination, as always. Look at that PBR lighting there on that roof. Yeah, it looks really nice. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, it looks really fantastic in VR, but it doesn't always translate very well on YouTube, as I'm very aware of. So this is why I like to just zoom around in 2D mode, just to really capture what it looks like on the screen. See, the architecture of some of these airports are so beautifully done, because it must be very hard to really replicate some of the intricate architecture and buildings that look very modern, even down to the sort of sloping roof there, and that kind of weird looking kind of design there. Just, yeah, really, really captures the airport perfectly. PBR lighting, 4K textures. What more do you need, guys? Seriously, this is absolutely incredible. But before this video becomes too long, and I don't want to like show off every single detail because it will be a surprise to you when you get here yourself. And that's one thing I love about Orbx airports. Every time you know, land, even if it's a regular route, you'll see something different each time, because there's just crazy amounts of detail. And we're zooming around here with beautiful frame rate. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. Okay guys, well, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again with plenty more stuff coming from X-Plane, IL2, DCS. Oh, the lot. And of course, there'll be some news of the Reverb G2 in the not so distant future as well. So, very, very exciting stuff coming, that's for sure. Alright guys, take care, see you very soon. Bye bye for now.